Good evening all. I'm red wine teethed, pimpled faced here, showing up, just being me as I do, and chances are it's only going to be me that sees these videos. But I am of my book to be published. I was just going over how 17, 18 years ago I was asking publishers to publish my book, and spirituality just wasn't as mainstream as it is now. And guess what? It's mainstream now, and internet allows us to do so many more things than it did 15, 20 years ago, and I can publish my own book and print it for a tenth of the price of what was being asked back then, and my income was not anything special back then either. So it's become a lot more affordable to do this, and I have been processing about helping others publish the books, because my skills from my years of incomplete uni courses allow me to be able to do these things. And while kids are probably being taught Photoshop in year one these days, you know, I've been using it as long as the kid who sold my house, bless his heart, I shouldn't call him a kid, but he's just started his own, he's got his own real estate license and started his own real estate business. So well done to him, eh? Like, I'm so proud of him. So proud of him for just going out there and doing it, biting the bullet, taking the risk. And as he said, you can always make more money, right? And you can't make more money while you're sitting there on Centrelink. So I've decided to invest. And a dear friend of mine has recently recommended and then gifted me the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. And I laugh that it's always been books that's inspired me, whether it was Enid Blyton and The Faraway Tree as a child, or The Celestine Prophecy as a teenager. I haven't been an avid reader as an adult. I got consumed by consumerism and became very consumptuous in alcohol, drugs at times, food, disassociation, avoidance, so many things. And I realised I could just put that energy somewhere else. Instead of going out partying in the night, I could be writing books, or macrame, or expanding my knowledge in so many ways. And I've been sitting getting frustrated as ever at different people who've done things to me, but really they just awoken part of me that was sleeping. I was doing the same circles, and something little would change in the circle, would change every, and a little would change, and it'd change every year, but there was never any big shift. It was the same drama circles that were going round and round. I wasn't getting up the hamster wheel. Sometimes I wasn't even running on the hamster. I was just like, letting it just flop me over, and I stopped even running on the hamster wheel. So yeah, I want to be able to teach kids how to write books, help them write books, and actually publish them. I used to write books when I was a kid and illustrate them, even just put stickers in and write stories. And I'd bind them with masking tape, and like I'd flip over old book. I'd rip out the pages of textbooks and stuff like that. Old exercise books, that's what they're called. Old exercise books. I'd take the cover off, flip it over, glue the first page to the black and blue striped exercise book 68 page, and then I'd draw on the recycled cardboard looking cover, and then put a bind on it, and write the references and things. Like, I knew all then as a child about books and referencing, and like, I don't know how old most of y'all look at this, but do you remember the old yellow envelopes in the library cards and the little stripe thing that you'd write whose name it was? You had to cover your house at Mum's, and 6 foot by 6 foot, 3 foot off the ground. Bless Granddad's heart, who passed this year. Him and us kids built it when I was about 9, and Dad helped too. But it was Granddad that did these things. He was a good man at that sort of stuff, and it was everything. It was like a hotel, it was a library, it was McDonald's drive-through. Our imagination ran wild as kids. We didn't sit there on phones and tablets, and yeah, I used to hire out books, lease out books to the kids in the neighbourhood and stuff, and we'd have library cards. And I just bring that magic back to the world because tech's great, man. It's great. I'm doing this right now. I couldn't do this. We didn't even have phones at school till I was 15, and Mum didn't even want me to have a phone, but I had my own job and I bought my own phone. She couldn't stop me. She couldn't stop me with a lot of things after Dad left when I was 15, and she even drove me to go buy my own above ground pool, metre high by 3 metres. Bless everyone's heart for just adhering to my wild dreams. I ended up selling that pool to my dad when I moved out of home at 17 a couple of years later for only $100 less than I first bought it for. So, yeah, it was funny how I created my world at a very young age. Yet the trauma that dragged me down through uni, just it smashed me. Like all my dreams came crashing down. I was up there with the creatives. That my boyfriend was part of the team that developed Fruit Ninja. One of his has an independent app game company. I'm so with it now. One of the games has had 10 million downloads. I saw my roommate. She's the global PR manager for Adidas, or she was, and now she's the marketing manager for Puma. Like, just amazing things these people around me were doing and are doing. We spent some pretty wild times at uni. I helped her create art installations for QPAC, and we would break into abandoned backpackers, or maybe not so abandoned as we found out after we got caught out on the rooftop creating art installations for photos up there. And I felt like we were some sort of rat pack rolling out into the street as we'd pretended to follow the person down the stairs to the office. And is it level 2? Level 2, the office on, yes. Level 2 is like, go to ground level on the elevator. Oh, yes, yep. Well, we are from the QT Journalism Society. We've actually spoken to David. Is David in today? And as she's rambling off, I run to the elevator and jump in. We've hit the ground and ran off into Brunswick Street in the valley, and gone and got drunk through the day. So we lived some pretty wild times, but yeah, trauma came crashing down and I sort of hibernated, and I went back to uni again. I studied IT and communication design and in the creative industries field, and lots of creative writing as part of the core units, and just creative subjects. That was a double degree. It's quite exclusive to get into. I was in the top 5% of the state, and you needed an OP4 to get into the course. I think it was only 12 people that got into it, and as I said, there was many from there ended up creating Fruit Ninja. There were the programmers, and there was one point I was doing coding in 5 different programming languages between IT and multimedia, and learning French and chatting to people on Napster. But I'm a dinosaur now. I can still remember the days that I would walk up the hill and hand my floppy disk in for my IT assignments. Like, how 20 years ago, or 21 years ago now that was. That was even a thing with what we've got now. And that was IT. It wasn't like some non-tech subject, so I laugh at her. I reached dinosaur era. It was half a lifetime ago. That's crazy. That's crazy to think that was half a life ago. And, I really feel I achieved more in the first half of my life than the second, but I look back at what I've done, and, I've got 2 beautiful babies. I've built a house, well, not by hand, but created all the gardens and landscaping in it. I've started multiple businesses. I've been able to use my skills to easily, create Facebook pages, and I've helped others, and websites as well, and I've helped others, and logos, business cards. The skills are very transferable. And I've helped others start businesses because it was at a uni level too. We've used mud maps and ways to, really work out business names and how to make the logos look, and, just things those core skills that I was taught. And, while we can do lots of these things these days, everyone's just copying whatever fad is going on, and there's no uniqueness in it. So that's why I'm here. As you can tell, I'm fucking unique. And there we go, I said fuck. What do I always say fuck? I didn't realise it. But, as I always say, if I say fuck one more time, that's how many fucks have I said in this fucked up line. Into the Limp Bizkit as a kid too, so better rager in my body. This sweet and innocent girl's a Scorpio, darling, so I found the equilibrium a little bit so the sine waves aren't so strong, they don't go up and down so big, they just try both little bumps down. Try. Don't bite their fucking heads off, Scorpio. Don't fight with idiots or assholes. And no, not everyone in the world's an idiot and asshole. Some of us are good people. It's only idiots and assholes that think that's what other people are, so you can only see what you can see within yourself, so I do digress often. But I love that the smile has returned to my face. I have joy in this. I found joy. I have joy in creation. I have joy in sharing creation, because it's not just for me. It's not to make money out of. That is the last thing that I'd ever want for anything. Because, I mean, we need money to live, but I only want just enough. Just enough. I don't need too much. Enough to look after me and my babies. So, I don't need anything special. I've lived a pretty special life. I have created a lot in this world. And, you know, while there's a lot I'd love to do, just being at peace with my everyday is enough for me. This brings me peace, and I want to bring peace to you too, and I want your creative talent to come through, and I don't want you, the child, to feel like they're enough and not just show one or two people and hide your talents away. I want this to be something that can really be just embraced and shared, and I want to support people without them having to pay through the roof to be supported, because then we just enter in that cycle of it's not good enough to pay for that, what if it fails? So yeah, watch this space. Watch this space. Much love.